It's been a while, but the Offspring are back. Let the Bad Times Roll is the new studio album by the skate punk, pop punk, whatever you want to call them. They do a lot of different things. The band The Offspring. I gotta say, when I heard the lead-off single, the title track to this record, or the actual lead-off single, I guess you can say, I'll let you understand that soon why it was not really the lead-off single, but it was. I was like, it's a good song, but I don't know if I can take a full album of, that sound. And again, it doesn't really sound a whole lot like that song in general. It still sounds like The Offspring, though. As I guess the least favorite track would be Lullaby, because there's such a great finishing track that I will talk about in a minute, that adding that in at the end just kind of, I don't know, it felt forced. It didn't need to be there, and it kind of ruined the good ending to the album in general. So yeah, it's just like, minute and 13-second song that really doesn't do a whole lot. It's like, okay. Okay tracks, I guess, would be Behind These Walls and We Never Have Sex Anymore. I mean, Behind These Walls was cool. I think it was one of the more, not necessarily serious songs, but the less punk songs of the record. And We Never Have Sex Anymore, I know is probably supposed to be cheesy, but it kind of surprised me coming in with the horns right away. That's where I was like, this is a bit different. It's kind of like, picture their version of Green Day's King for a Day. That's basically what you're getting here, and it's just like, it's cool, it's not bad. But, I don't necessarily think that it is really one of the best on the album. Which leaves basically the rest of the album as my favorite. This is not Utopia. It kicks it off fantastically. It just gets right into it. Like, you're not waiting, you're not anticipating, just right into it. Let the Bad Times Roll, the title track, again, I did like it. I was just hesitant, hoping that the whole album wouldn't sound like that, and it didn't. So yeah, Let the Bad Times Roll definitely stays on my favorites list. Army of One sounds like old Offspring, nothing else to say. Same with Breaking These Bones. Coming for You is the one that was technically the lead single, because this song has been out since 2015, so I had a bit of a head start with this one. And yeah, again, I think it's just an atmospheric chorus. It sounds very more like political and fighty and kind of stuff like this. So, I, for one, I've loved it since it came out, and 6 years later, it still feels like it aged well, and you can definitely tell that it was meant for this record, even after 6 years. In the Hall of the Mountain King was another nice one. It's like a short little instrumental that goes right into the Opioid Diaries, which you can tell who that song's about. The lyrics about building a wall, choosing between apathy and suicide, you know who he's talking about. Let's be honest here. I'm not going to say his name because he's not president anymore, but we know who he's talking about. Hassan Chop is just your typical punk song. Like, if you're looking for like a just straight up punk song from them, this is the song here. And then, of course, what I like to call the actual album finisher, Gone Away. And yes, it is that Gone Away you're thinking of. However, it's like a 2021 piano version of it. Usually I'm not a fan of stripped down acoustic or piano versions of songs because sometimes I just feel that they're unnecessary. But with this one, this song is one of those ones where you can make a stripped down version of it and, you're able to change the meaning of it. It has multiple meanings to the point where this song felt like the right one to do this to. And to be honest with you, listening to it, I almost teared up. The original version almost makes me tear up. Granted, Five Finger Death Punch ruined that with their shitty cover of it, but the original Offspring version is one of my favorites. And they went and stripped it down, and they made it even more meaningful. I like to call it the 2020/2021 version, because basically, they're probably most likely singing this to the people that have suffered the past couple of years, and to the people we have lost in the past couple of years because of COVID-19. It just goes to show you that even after 20-something years of this song being out, that it can really, really relate to the situations of now, especially now that you're toning it down and whatnot. It confused me at first because I'm like, wait, do they have another song called Gone Away now? This is going to confuse a lot of fans. But no, it was a stripped down version, but in the end I really, really loved it. I felt like it fit just the overall atmosphere of what's been happening, and, for once, a piano version of a track, I should say, really, really caught my attention in this case. So yeah, I felt like that was the perfect way to finish the album. Leaving Lullaby out would have been perfect, but hey, whatever. I guess they wanted some sort of more like atmospheric type ending to it, so they put Lullaby on there. But yeah, that was pretty cool to see. So overall, this album, very enjoyable. It's good to see that after all these years, the Offspring still have it, and it's been one of my favorites so far this year. So far, again, we're only in April, I got a bunch of other bands and artists who have yet to drop that are starting to either tease, or we just know they're going to drop later in the year. So just because this is one of my favorites right now, it doesn't mean that it will be in the top 3, in the top 5, in the top 10. It could get pushed out, but for now, I'm going to give this thing an 8 out of 10, which if the year were to end today, this would be my 3rd favorite album of the year. But yes, that does it for me. You can tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this album? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite songs and least favorite songs from this record? And yeah, that's it. Stay safe out there, wear your mask, and I will catch you all in the next one.